So yeah, I'll be reviewing Xiquet by Lledo in this video. Trying something different. I'll be kind of talking over the video as you see and be kind of reviewing the food as I go. So on a scale from like 1 to 10. So as we kind of entered, we waited in the lobby area. This is just a nice area to sit in before the meal actually started. They had a ton of wine and different other stuff by the entrance, so just kind of waiting here. Then they brought us up to kind of like the main dining area on the 3rd floor, and there was 2 other people that was accompanying during this time. We started off with a kind of cheesy, crispy snack with a non-alcoholic vermouth. It's kind of like, to my idea, it was kind of like a cheesy, kind of flaky cracker with some like cheese filling in the middle with a pretty acidic but nice grape juice. So it was a nice beginning to the meal, and you can kind of see like a kitchen area. Then we kind of brought over to this really intimate setting. There seemed to be about like 6 seating areas for families or individual seats, and they were pretty nice. They actually brought a little stool over for my bag, so I did appreciate that. That was kind of a nice touch to it. And then yeah, they brought over the utensils, which I really did appreciate and like. They had these really cute chopsticks, which were really cool, so that was nice. Now the first dish that we have here is a vegetable salad ceviche. It was really savory and it was nice, and then some olives which are marinated in orange juice, and some vegetables that were roasted. Overall, I would say that my favorite thing here was the original ceviche. The olives and the fennel weren't that great. Next up is the marinated tomatoes with some fennel on top. This, to my idea, was kind of just some soggy vegetables and didn't really appreciate it, so I'd probably give this one a 2 out of 10. The previous ones were, I would say, 6 out of 10, the 3 ones that I mentioned before. Next coming up are a kohlrabi with gazpacho and some algae on top that they flew in from Europe. And overall, this is probably a 9 out of 10. It was a really well put together dish. It was salty with a nice creamy sauce and an orange lingering taste, but it worked well with the bitterness of the kohlrabi, so really did appreciate that. So this one kind of jumped the gun, forgot to video this from the beginning, but this was fire roasted carrots with a house-made sumac sauce. This one overall put together tasted really good. I'd probably give this one a 7 out of 10 because individually they weren't that great, but when you kind of mix together the sauces, the orange and yellow sauces were a little bit more citrus, it tasted great. Now next come up is the vegetable paella. This is one of the main dishes that they're kind of really proud of. However, for me, it was kind of a miss. I'd probably give this one a 2 out of 10. The smoked eggplant was probably the best thing. However, the paella was very watery, and there's only spices of saffron and salt, and it was like pretty disappointing. It smelled really good, so I was really hoping for it to be good, but didn't really appreciate this dish. Next was a palate cleanser. This was an orange and strawberry sorbet, and it smelled amazing, and it tasted amazing. This one gets a 10 out of 10. Tasted really, really good. Next comes up was a cabbage cooked on fire cherry wood with fresh raspberries. Overall, the dish was good. It kind of reminded me of the soggy vegetables from the beginning. However, this cabbage was tasted a little bit better than the other one. However, I'd probably give this one a 5 out of 10 because the raspberries were just kind of sitting there. Didn't really change much to the dish, so 5 out of 10. Next comes up is a beets on top of like a potato type paste with a vegetable that was again fire roasted with an orange gel. The orange gel was great, the paste was great, the savory potato-y, and the beets melted in your mouth. It was amazing, and the vegetable was really crispy. So really well put together dish, 9 out of 10. Next up is another pre-dessert. This one is a watermelon sorbet with a grilled cherry with a lemon zest on top. This was amazing. Tasted great. It's kind of like a spicy sorbet, 9 out of 10. Next up is a strawberry dessert. This was just strawberry, oranges, strawberry puree, mint, and they mentioned edible flowers. And yeah, this was a really simple dessert. It was a good dessert. I'd probably give this one a 7 out of 10 just because it was a little bit too simple, but really did appreciate the taste and the freshness of strawberries. So now they moved us to a separate location. This was kind of like the 2nd floor area for the last 3 desserts. And it was just a nice cozy area. They brought me some tea, which was really nice. But yeah, it was just a like cozy area to kind of like decompress from all the different meals that I was just eating on top. And you can see like that's a really nice bowl of tea. I think it was some plum tree tea. And yeah, it was a pretty good tea. And they paired that with a couple of the desserts that you'll be seeing in a second. So overall, yeah, I mean, the restaurant was pretty good. I would say going into it, it is a Spanish seafood restaurant, so I did ask for a vegetarian menu because they did offer that. But yeah, as you see here, there is a chocolate ganache with a cookie with a homemade sprinkles is the one on the right, and then a prickly pear gummy. All 3 of them, they were all great desserts. Gotta say the cookie was a little bit hard to eat. It wasn't as chewy or anything, but it was just a little bit hard. But the gummy and chocolate ganache were amazing. So yeah, as I was mentioning, overall, I think for a vegetarian menu, I might not recommend vegetarians to go to this place. However, that was just my experience. I think individuals who do not have a vegetarian dietary restriction, who practically can eat seafood and meats, they should definitely go here. They did give a little goodie bag with some chocolates, a nice letter to take along with what the menu was. Overall, I'd probably give this restaurant, for a vegetarian menu, 6 out of 10. There were some good hits in there, but I feel like the majority of them were misses. The price of this one, with gratuity and everything, came out to be around $300. So overall, yeah, 6 out of 10. Probably wouldn't recommend vegetarians to go. However, if you eat seafood, they do fly in a lot of their seafood from their other locations. So yeah, I appreciate you watching the video and hope you have a great day.